was in prison. I love this story. Paul, Acts chapter 16, verse 22. Acts 16, 23 to 25. A crowd joined to attack against Paul and Silas. The magistrates ordered them to be stripped and beaten. Sounds like a great day at work. I'm working for Jesus. I got stripped and beaten. After they were beaten, they were flogged. Can you imagine, like, dude, you just beat me. You stripped me butt naked in front of everybody. Not the most pleasurable experience. I get beaten with some whips, and now you're gonna flog me. Thank you so much. Just make sure you get the job done well and break every bone in my body. So now I've been flogged. Then they were thrown into prison, and the jailer was commanded by the guard them carefully. He'd been stripped, beaten, flogged. I'm not sure if you really have to watch them. They could probably barely walk. But upon receiving such orders, he put him in the inner cell. And basically, when you look at the study of this, it's in the innermost place, kind of like solitary confinement, if you will. Brings him into solitary confinement. No windows, no nothing. The center of the prison, the hardest place to get out of, to be rescued from. And they put them and they fastened their feet in stocks. So listen, stripped, beaten, flogged, in the inner cell, in stocks. Wow, sounds like a great day serving Jesus there, Paul. Woohoo! Glad it's your job and not mine. And there he is in the middle of the darkest place of the prison. Now in 2 Timothy 1:11, Paul says this, and of the gospel I'm appointed a herald, an apostle, and a teacher. I'm appointed a preacher, I'm appointed a church planner, and a teacher. This is what God's call was in his life. Paul knew this. He knew his call was to be a guy who helped plant many churches, who was going to be a great teacher, and he was going to be a great preacher. And now he is beaten, he is stripped, he is flogged, and he's in the inner prison. Do you think he might have some doubts at this point? Have you ever been knowing that God has given you a vision for your future and for where he's called you to be and where he's called your family to be, and then what you're looking at or in the midst of it, it looks like complete garbage, and you're saying this can't be it? And you may start to have a little bit of doubt. 1 Corinthians 1:1, Paul called to be the apostle of Christ by Jesus' will himself. Holy cow, I have willed you to be an apostle. And now he's sitting there in stocks. He's sitting there stripped naked. He was beaten, he was flogged, he's in the inner cell. And what do you think he's doing? Complaining? He's probably in there going, dear God, could you give me a Camaro with French fries in the back, please? I mean, I'd like to be able to escape from here. He's there inside this prison. What do you think he's doing? You know what he's doing? He's singing. It's a shocker to me because as I look at this and I try to put myself in Paul's shoes and realize he is at this place and he's singing. Wait a second, he's singing. Like, is there a band there? You know what I mean? Like, is there a guy that drums in the back with an electric guitar and they're just going to lead in praise and worship and start singing Kumbaya? Come on, Paul, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Kumbaya, my Lord. I mean, are you mean to tell me you're in this place and you're singing? That's a strong guy. That's a strong man right there. Was he saying, I'm innocent? Did he tell the jailer, man, you put me in prison now, boy, you better watch it, man. God's going to kill you. God's going to kill you, man. I got God on my side. You better watch out, man. He's going to kill you. I got some disciples. They're going to come in here, Navy SEAL style tonight, slit your throat. You don't even know it. That's what I'm going to have going on. Was he saying that? Was he touting himself to be some strong man of God? Where he's like, you don't know who you're messing with. I'm Paul. No, he was singing. See, the world might look at that and go, man, that guy's a fairy. That's what he is. I'm telling you that right now. He singing. He ain't tough. That strength that he had, he starts singing. And he starts singing inside this prison. You want to know what God does? I want you to listen to this really closely. You look at, he starts to sing. The jailer gives his life to the Lord. See, God called him to be a teacher, to be a preacher, and to be a church planner. And he knew that. But the circumstances around him of being stripped, beaten, and flogged in the inner cell didn't change his call. And he realized, I'm still called to do that. So he starts to worship God. And inside of worshiping God, the jailer gives his life to the Lord. And you know what that is, guys? That's the fulfillment of his call in the midst of a terrible situation. You might be in the midst of a terrible situation, and yet God will fulfill the call He's placed on your heart for that future that's in your life.